Sometimes you just want to take your shot at a rookie in a fantasy draft. And trust me, I don't blame you. I'm going to try to peel back the film a little bit. That way you can see more clearly. If you want to draft a quarterback, rookie style, this video's for you. Let's get it. All right, so my first rookie quarterback that you could take a shot on could be Malik Willis. Malik Willis was one of the highly touted quarterbacks before the NFL draft. People said he had the most potential with his running ability. I mean, he's got elite running ability. But now he was ended up drafted by the Titans, and it's expected that Ryan Tannehill is going to be his team for this year, and Malik Willis will take over next year. Now, they traded away A.J. Brown. They got another rookie receiver in Treylon Burks. They went ahead and traded over for Robert Woods. So they got a little bit of talent out there. They got Derrick Henry in the backfield. But there's a huge statement out here that if the Titans start around 0-4 or 1-3 to start the season, it could be Malik Willis' season. And I believe he is showing really good of why he was drafted and why he was touted to be such a good quarterback early on in camp. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans lean over to Malik Willis, even though he did fall in the draft from where he's expected to go. Malik Willis is still should be able to be having the opportunity to play quarterback for the Titans rather sooner rather than later. Ryan Tannehill, not sure if he's going to be with the team next season or not. So if the team's already, sucking, they may turn over to Malik Willis, and you could have a quarterback that could be electrifying. I mean, think about it. He may not have the gaudy 300, 350 yards passing games, but he's going to make up for that as a rookie with his legs. He loves to run the football. I think he's going to be a good option for you, somebody you could maybe plug into your lineups if he ends up seeing the field and slows down for him a little bit. I see all the potential in the world for Malik Willis. He could be a solid fantasy producer, really based off of his rushing ability, but somebody you might be able to pick up in the last round of the draft, somebody you could take a shot on, and maybe something happens. I would not suggest drafting Malik Willis or any of the other rookie quarterbacks that I have on this list as your quarterback one, because who knows when they're going to see the field. None of them are projected to be the starter coming out of the gate, but all three of these quarterbacks that I'm going to talk about today has the potential of actually taking over as the quarterback one for their team this season. But he'll have all the opportunity in the world to be successful if he ends up taking over for Tannehill. So the second quarterback I want to go over is the rookie quarterback that the Falcons ended up drafting in Desmond Ritter. Ritter is a nice gunslinging quarterback. He was kind of touted. It was funny for the NFL draft because they were talking about these quarterbacks going all up. There was even saying Ritter could have been the number one quarterback taken out of everybody. So it was just all up in there. Which quarterback's better? Which quarterback's better? Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis, Desmond Ritter? Who knows, right? But there's just a lot of upside that I can see with Desmond Ritter. He played for a good offense. He can see the field. He can throw the ball and sling it with the best of them. And I think this one probably more not than any of the quarterbacks that I have on my list today has the biggest opportunity to go ahead and say, hey, I'm taking over now. They have Marcus Mariota right now at quarterback. I don't think he can get it done. He hasn't been able to get it done at any stage of his career. He's a little successful early on as a rookie in the NFL, but other than that, really hasn't shown what he could do. So if Mariota starts struggling out the gate, he's not able to drive the ball down to Kyle Pitts and Drake London, then it could be something where they turn over to Desmond Ritter. I really see that. The Falcons will not be good this year. They don't have a good defense. They don't have a running game right now. So it could be the thing where you can see Desmond Ritter as the quarterback earlier, just to say, hey, we need to see if we got this guy, because they need to know if they need to draft a quarterback next year with their pick, and they need to see what they have in Desmond Ritter. So again, you could take Desmond Ritter as one of the last quarterbacks in your draft and see what happens. You never know. It could be another one of those diamond in a rough type of players, but usually I would say don't draft rookie quarterbacks, even the highly touted ones like Trevor Lawrence coming out here. He kind of pooped the bed. So there's not much else you can really say about that. So these guys aren't touted as much as Trevor Lawrence is. They don't have all the accolades that Trevor Lawrence had. Trevor Lawrence was recruited out of high school, being one of the highly touted guys. None of these guys have had this, So, take this all with a grain of salt. Draft him. Don't use him as your quarterback one. Put him on the end of your bench, and you never know what might happen. But that's kind of where I would go with Desmond Ritter. Now, the last one on this list is somebody that I'm actually pretty excited about, and that's going to be Matt Corral. Matt Corral, he got drafted by the Carolina Panthers, and he has Sam Darnold in front of him. Sam Darnold, we already know, did not get it done for the Jets. Had flashes, looked a little good when he was with the Panthers. It could be because Christian McCaffrey was hurt, and I don't know what the case is. But the Panthers are kind of... They want to be in a win mode now, but they just don't have the team around them to be successful. DJ Moore is solid. You got Christian McCaffrey's obviously solid, but he can't stay healthy. So if they get off to a rocky start, you could see Matt Corral come in there. Matt Corral actually has rushing ability, just like Malik Willis. He's got a winning mentality. This guy, I've seen him in games that he's in people's faces. When it's game time, it's game time. This dude can hype up anybody, and you never know. If he can get the team around him, Matt Corral could find success early in his campaign in 2022. But then again, all these quarterbacks that are on the list, they need to be able to see the field first, and they're going to need to have to see failure with either the team or the quarterback ahead of them for them to be able to get an opportunity. But other than that, we're going to draft all these guys. Hopefully you guys don't draft them early on in your drafts. Take these guys with your last picks. No one else is going to draft them, and you never know. Come playoff time, these guys could be your starting quarterbacks in 2022. As always, thank you for watching the video. If you hadn't hit that subscribe button, consider hitting that subscribe for me. It really helped me out. We're going to be putting out all types of content throughout this offseason, leading you up into the NFL season. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.